Hi friends, I'm 14 and this is deep, but I'm thinking about predictive analytics with AI and why it's kind of a challenge. I made an app once for the phone called Histogrammo. It allowed you to track dice rolls using an object detection algorithm that would recognize what the dice roll was and keep your statistics for you. A common question I got when I was showing people this application was, can it predict the next dice roll? No, it can't. That would be the future, and we don't know what the future is. The best we can do is use mathematical models which have a certain assumptions and use that to get a estimate of what the future is going to be. There's 6 faces on a dice, and if we assume that each face has the equal likelihood of being rolled, then the odds of it being a certain roll is going to be 1/6. And if we had 2 dice, we would have to consider all the different combinations, and we could still come up with a mathematical way of expressing that. Snake eyes is only one possibility out of all the 36 possible rolls there are. So we can say it's a 1/36 chance of happening. That's the best you can do. It's just math. And we've known this math for a long time, so the adding AI into the equation doesn't make it better. I think it's interesting though, is if we collected a lot of data, we might find that the assumptions we're making about the dice break down. It might not be a fair dice, and you wouldn't know that from rolling it 1 or 2 times, but if you rolled it 1,000 times and you collected the data, you would get a distribution of all the rolls, and if that distribution was skewed, it would tell you something was wrong. Another way you could imagine this is with a Galton board. It's just a little pachinko ball machine, and if you flow a number of balls through it, you get a histogram. And that histogram deviates a little bit based on a number of factors every time you flip the board, but generally it falls in a predicted shape that we can even draw what it's going to look like. It's just a normal distribution. However, if there was some reason that there was a skew, you would be able to see that data pretty readily, that it was no longer a normal distribution. Still though, you wouldn't know what was causing that. Is it caused by gravity? Is it caused by a magnetic force? The TLDR is to be careful about the questions that you're posing to AI. Always reach for the simplest model at your disposal. If you can form a reasonable predictive model using basic statistics, and in most cases for anything predictive that's the best we have, then stick with that. Don't try to bring in a large language model which is built for an entirely different use case. It's not going to help. Thanks for watching. Follow me or subscribe to Shock TV for more tips. And if you're ready to free your team from low-value work, visit www.xaac.com to learn more how we can help.